the idea here is to build this app, and we need to have our database. That's in this case is an Excel file.
Okay.
Yes, we still don't have the Excel file because we want to really create from scratch and show how to prepare this file. It's not just having the file, but we need to prepare it before.
Right. What kind of feature are we going to have in this app?
I'm thinking just creating new tasks and
Uh-huh.
changing the status to done, or yes, to done once you complete the tasks.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yes. Yeah, so let's have a column that will store the task description and the other that will store the status.
Mm-hmm.
Here we have a date. We may create this column to store the creation date. Let's see. Let's get started simple, and then if we have time, we'll work with dates.
Right. It's important to understand what features we are going to build and what kind of data, because this is the beginning of the starting point for building our database, right? So I can see we're going to have a description and maybe a due date and status. What else?
Yes, that's a good point. We need to know what we are going to build before. But now it's just for learning. But when you're going to build an app that's going to be actually used, you have to plan ahead. You have to think about the app, think about the data structure, what the app will have, talk with the users of the app what they need and what they don't need, so you will get better prepared. You get an app that's really useful.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So in this case, so as we mentioned, we need to have the data source. So let's have the Excel file. Think about what we need while building the Excel file before starting the app then.
All right.
Okay. So I'm going to go to SharePoint. I'm going to create an Excel file here inside the document library. So I have a SharePoint site, and the sites already have a document library. So I'm going to create a file here. This file could be in a OneDrive folder or here. It cannot be on your local computer. It needs to be stored online. So in this moment, I'm using this SharePoint library.
Right.
Okay, so I just have the sites. I'm going to go to Documents and create a new Excel workbook. Let's rename this workbook to My Tasks. And let's start creating our table. So in this case, it's going to be task description, status, and we mentioned about putting the date in there. So I think we should already have it done, right, Leo?
Sorry?
We mentioned about having a date for the tasks.
Yeah.
So so let's have a create
due date as well.
Yes, created date and due dates.
All right.
Created dates, due dates. We could have a completed date if in the future we wanted to build a dashboard showing how long the tasks took to be completed. So let's do that. Completed dates. Well, now I'm thinking more and more, and we could add more columns like completed by and so on. But let's think this app is only for us, for my tasks, for example. So I know that everything it's going to be done by me here. In the future, we can extend this, maybe go to SharePoint or go to a database and create another data source for that. Okay, so for example, let me create information here, a data. So when we create the app, we already have something here. It will be easier to understand things. So I'm going to create a task that creates the mobile app, presents the app to my colleagues. Status. I will use a number column to store the status. So 0 will be pending and 1 will be completed. Just for us to have a text column and a number column.
Mm-hmm.
Created date, I want to make it today, so it's 04, 09. Let's see if it will be recognized as a date. Yes, okay. Let's just add another day here. Due date's gonna be tomorrow, so 10. Here it's going to be on 14th. Oh, I did it wrong, sorry. I'm messing the columns. So here is the month, and the first is the day. It's in Portuguese. So 06.
So is date, day, month, year.
Yes, yes. I think so. Let's see. Maybe not, because this one didn't recognize.
All right. So since it's in English, Excel Online, maybe
it's the country, right? So it's 10.
It's 9. Using the US standard.
Yes, good. Okay. So it's month and then day. Yes. Oh, there's one way to make sure. Now, let's see what shows for now. Yes, this is the format.
Okay.
Is US standard, so month, day, and year. Okay, so completed. I will keep both as 0 because they were not completed yet. Let's just add one, pretending it's completed. So plan the app. Status completed, created, and do for today and completed today. Okay. Let's make it created yesterday, so it has 1 day of duration. Okay, good. Now we have the table. There is one extra step that we need to do. That's make it a table. Right now it's just a tab here, and we need to transform it into a table. So I'm just selecting this interval and clicking in format as table. Any format works, so I just need to click on it and say that my table has headers because it has. So just click OK. And now we have the table ready to be selected inside PowerApps. We can do another thing. That's just change the name of the table here in table design. Let's give it a name. Otherwise, inside PowerApps, it will be called table 1. It's difficult to know what it is once we have a lot of tables. So let's call it tasks table. Okay.
All right. So again, why do we need to use a table instead of just the Excel file?
Because that's the way that PowerApps connects to an Excel file. It needs to detect a table because it knows the interval where to add data. For example, if we add a new line, it will add here in the number 5. If we didn't have that, the Excel would not know what's the limits for this table, where it's located, where are the columns, and so on.
Okay, so if we don't have a table, PowerApps won't recognize the data inside the Excel spreadsheet, right?
No, it won't.
Okay, good.
Yes, we can, for example, add data here. So data, date, and have some information here. When we connect, this won't show.
Right.
So we need to have a table. Okay.
Okay.
Last time I worked with Excel, it should be closed for us to use with PowerApps. I didn't work recently. I think it still applies. So we need to close the file before connecting. So I'm going to close the tab then. Okay. Now we want to get started and create an app connected to this table, to this Excel file. we can go to PowerApps, so make.powerapps.com, or if you are logged in with your account in any Office app, you can go to this button here, this symbol, and find PowerApps in here. So you just click here and it will open the PowerApps interface. Okay. We could connect directly to spreadsheet and create an app from there. Just there's a way to create an app automatically. And we can create an app from scratch and do all the steps we need to do.